Okay, everyone. Hello, let's get cracking with the theft of the statue. This is Cicero, passage 43. First slide, pause this, then have a translation of it, and we'll go through it together. Okay, first sentence. Hanc virtutem agregentiorum imitati sunt Assorini postea, viri fortes et fideles, sed nequaquam ex tam ampla civitate. All right, postea, afterwards. Let's find our subject. Assorini is going to be the subject because it has a nominative ending. So afterwards, the people of Assorum, imitati sunt, deponent verb, imitated, matched, hanc virtutem, that's the object. Remember, as we've said before, start off in a sentence, find your verb, find your subject, find your object, and then move everything else in. So we've got our subject, Assorini, we've got our verb, imitati sunt, we've got our object, hanc virtutem. Afterwards, the people of Assorini imitated this courage genitive of the agrentiori, of the people of Agrentum, a viri fortes et fideles, a brave and trustworthy people. So this is, I actually moved that after the people of Assorum to make it clear that that was who we were talking about. Brave and trustworthy men, said nequaquam, but not from tam ampla, but not from such a big state. Let's do that whole bit again. Postea, afterwards, the people of Assorum imitati sunt, imitated, object, hanc virtutem, this courage, agregentiorum, of Agrentum, of the people of Agrentum, a brave and trustworthy group, of brave and trustworthy people, but not from such a large state. Next sentence. Chrysas est amnis qui per Assorinorum agros fluit. Is apud eius habetur deus habetur, et religione maxima colitur. Chrysas is our subject here. Chrysas is a river, qui, relative pronoun, which flows through the fields of Assorum, which flows through the fields of the people of Assorum. Is apud eius deus habetur. Deus here is nominative. Is habetur. He is thought of as a deus, as a god, apud eius, among them. Et colitur, another passive, and he is worshipped with superlative, with maxima, with the greatest reverence. Is habetur. He is thought of as a deus, as a god, apud eius, among them, and he is worshipped with the greatest reverence. Fanum eius est in agro, propter ipsam viam, qua assoro iter henam. In eo Chrysas simulacrum est, praeclare factum ex mamore. Okay. His eius fanum, his shrine is in the field. Propter, next to the ipsam viam, next to the very street, qua, by which one goes, eiicitur, by which one goes from Assorum, henam, motion towards accusative here, to henna. Sometimes this place is called enna. In eo, it is, in it is a statue, is a simulacrum, is a statue of Chrysas. Praeclare, wonderfully, factum, perfect passive participle here, wonderfully having been made, but that doesn't sound right, wonderfully made, ex more, out of marble. So in eo, in it, as in the shrine, is a statue of Chrysas. Factum, made, praeclare, wonderfully, ex marmore, out of marble. The story is obviously about Verres stealing it, which was the character that featured in the novel Imperium, which some of you read, the Robert Harris one. This sort of singularly bad man. You could say that from all the writing that we have, all the Latin literature, Verres, in many ways, in all those speeches, gets across as almost the pantomime villain. He is literally one of the worst people that we ever get to read about in the ancient world, the corrupt governor. So, id iste poscere Assorinos propter singularem eius fani religionem non ausus est, Tlepolemo dat et Hieroni negotium. That man, iste, this is Verres that we're talking about. Now, poscere is the infinitive, so we don't get our verb until ausus est. That man did not dare, poscere, to demand it, Assorini, from the people of Assorinorum, propter, on account of the singularem, the singular religionem, sanctity of eius fani, of the shrine. That man, iste, did not, ausus est, did not dare, poscere, to demand it, from the people of Assorinorum, propter, on account of the singularem religionem, the singular sanctity of that shrine. We're getting across here, Cicero, I suppose, getting across the fact that he's not only greedy, but he's also cowardly. That negotium. He gave the job to Tlepolemus and Hieroni. Illi, noctu, facta manu armatque, fores aedis effringunt, custodes mature sentiunt, signum quod erat notum vicinitati bucina datur. Illi, those men, noctu, time when ablative, at night, facta manu, with, and that should actually be armataque, those men with a manu facta. Manus can mean hand, but it can also mean a band of men. Look at that A ending, agreeing with the manus. So here it's with a band of men having been gathered together and armata, and armed, and fringunt, broke down the fores, the doors of the aedis, of the building. Custodes mature sentiunt, the guards realized early. You'll notice here the sentences are shorter, aren't they, as it gets more exciting. We've talked about this in Cicero, and then in Virgil, that as the text gets more exciting, often you'll notice the sentences don't have those you don't get those very, very long imagery-focused sort of sentences here. Here it's just quite fast action. The guards realize early. Signum, a sign, is given with a trumpet. Quod, which was known, vicinitati, dative here, which was known to the neighborhood. Homines, the people, the men run out of their fields. Sorry, I've got to read it to you first. Homines ex agris concurrunt, eicitque fugaturque Tlepolemus, neque quicquam ex fano Chrysas praeter unum per Paulum signum ex aere desideratum est. Okay, now that men ran out from their fields. Eicitur fugaturque Tlepolemus. Tlepolemus is thrown out, and fugatur, and is put to flight. Lots of passives in this. Neque quicquam, and literally nothing at all. Desideratum est, was lost, ex fano, from the shrine of Chrysas, praeter, except for unum, one per Paulum. Here we have the diminutive, except for one very little signum, in this context, meaning statue, except for one very little statue made out of bronze. The people run out of the fields. Tlepolemus, nominative. Tlepolemus is thrown out, and fugatur, and put to flight, and nothing was lost from the shrine of Chrysas except for one little statue made out of bronze. And that is the end of our first passage for the holidays. I hope that you're having a wonderful break, and I'll see you all in a couple of weeks. Good luck with all of your revision and hard work.